Dun, 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 dun. Definitely gonna need a new one of those. What's up, everyone? The project today is big ass shelves in the garage. And I gotta fix my back because of big ass shelves in the garage. I threw it out earlier working on a different project. This is a personal house project that desperately needs to be done. This is some of the stuff that I had to remove from the garage. That was after a couple of trips to the dump and moving a bunch of furniture out of the middle. I should have took a before and after picture, but generally I'm too busy doing shit to take pictures. So after this, I gotta go fix my back. And yes, I know how to do that. It's not that hard. The hard thing is I don't have time. So this being the first video, please bear with me. I have no audio set up. Camera work might be a little shaky. I don't have any stands yet. I'll go maybe get a couple of those things today. But I hope you enjoy. And probably cut that part out. So as you can see, we're like 3/4 into the whole project. I already removed all the junk. That is probably the hardest part. Bought all the wood, pre-planned, measured, cut, blah, blah, blah. We're doing it this way. I'm snapping those together like that without the inside ones because I got a busted ass back. And they're heavy to snap onto the wall there all by yourself. Usually I wouldn't do this, but that's why I put these little supports on there just to help the process along. Gonna need to cut around that guy, probably pretty big, just in case someone needs access to it. But this is gonna hold some totes. It's me, my wife, my 2 children, 5 and 3, and the mother-in-law, who is a hoarder. That problem was handled a little bit last year. Had a house fire, burnt everything up, but she has started again. So let's get into it here. Now, I obviously don't want to do this today, but it's gotta be done. Little hair of the dog that bit my back. Gotta finish it up anyways though before it rains all over all our junk. Learn how to use a drill. In this day and age, you can't be hiring people to do all your stuff for you, man. It's not that hard, it's kind of fun and very therapeutic. What the fuck happened there? Hey, I need to learn how to use a drill. Try that one again over here. Bam. Got to make a couple of these little squares to go up right here. Another set over there. Giving you guys a good view. Flip it. Get some screws. There was some type of shelving in this house before we moved in after the fire. Got this house, the other house is still getting built. It's almost done. That's where I stored the furniture for now. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna grab this other, yeah, I'll just do it this way. Anyways, it was a junkyard. Total rehab. Total and utter rehab. Even the yard was a junkyard. But it's an awesome house. It's a big house. Perfect for the family. The whole family, even though we do pray the mother-in-law does move to the house that got burned down when it's finished. We'll see. She's getting old though, man. She's got her quirks, just like everybody else. The most interesting thing is I married into a Ugandan family. Culture shock. Very different. Got a very different way of doing things. And I guess the most challenging is, especially the elders, the first generation that immigrated over here, was they like to keep tradition, but they come from a whole different planet. And things that work over there when you're poor don't necessarily work over here. Some good, some bad. This guy to level off here. Got my line already drawn on there where it needs to go. Now we can swivel it if needed. Put it right there. Feels kind of good. Stay. Couple more screws. So yeah, this bad boy is gonna hold all our totes. We kind of reclaimed everything we lost. It was rough. There's my other line. Hoping to match up to the side here. These studs are easy to find because I got nails going through the drywall. I just measured how high everything needs to go. Let's get this side over here. Needs to go up a hair to right about there. So I don't know why I got the idea to do these vlogs. Kind of just came to me last night. But I think handyman is a dying trade, but it's gonna need to come back and have a unique life and life situation, and I just hope to hopefully share some knowledge, maybe get some knowledge from some people in the comments. Maybe show that you're not alone in some of the chaos. Show how I deal with some stuff, how I haven't been dealing with some stuff, like my physique. I used to be Brad Pitt before I got married and had 2 kids. And that's another little journey you guys might come along on me with here. Just like that. Nine months later, just kidding, maybe 45 minutes. That's where we're at now, but I ran out of screws. When you're doing a project kind of like that, rule of thumb, ouch, it's usually a third more screws than you thought you needed. Let's take a little tour. Here's the backyard. I said 2 kids. This place was a junkyard. Got that grill from free, from relative, souped it up. Hopefully it doesn't blow. Ooh, what is that? A little bit of wildlife over here. Got deer that come through here. I'll show you the garden too in a minute, because they like to eat our tomatoes. Some of the stuff I built for the kids, they got their normal little junk toys, probably get thrown away in a week. Got the swing set. 5-year-old little girl helped me build the fire pit. Thought that was a blast. These are some, they call them Viking chairs. The bottom just slides out. Everybody got to paint them. Got the monkey bars. It's a nice big yard to keep entertained, but these kids are high energy. Lots of stuff to keep the water from getting in the house. But we got to go get some screws to finish up this project. I don't know when I'm going to get a call to go do some handyman stuff. To slap that gutter in there. Grandma's in the basement. We call her Jaja. Check out how our watermelon's going. Yeah, not so good. I just threw that one in there. It was extra. The wife got the green thumb right now. She's still learning. I'm kind of just gently guiding her. See that down there? That's some Irish Spring soap. That does keep the varmints away from our tomatoes. Coming in nice. So you got to put all this stuff in the garage, man. That is horrible. We got some more stuff over here. Let's see, what do we got? There's probably some lavender and whatnots. If anybody wants a lamp. What is that? Eggplant. Started them off in this bed. But yeah, this yard was a wreck. Let's just get going here though. Got to get her done. This is not my car. I'll tell you the story about mine in a minute. Sorry, yeah, this hoopty, even the vents I attach my phone to don't hold up right, so you gotta get a good view of the bod. But anyways, yeah, it was gosh, it was a few weeks ago now. It was an 09 Chrysler Town and Country. Touring, so it had all the bells and whistles. Everything slid. Sunroof slid, doors slid, DVD players slid, everything slid, including me into a car. But yeah, the going down 62 during rush hour after a project, I admit I was a little tired, and we were just cruising the speed limit, actually 55. And I noticed that this is a freeway that GPS was taking me on. I've never driven in like 20 years. Anyways, traffic started slowing in front of me. I started slowing. And then I looked down at my GPS, looking for that little, red line that tells you if there's a jam or not. Well, I didn't get to even look back up. Just bam! Right into this poor girl in front of me. They weren't slowing down, they were stopping. It was at this certain juncture where everybody just kind of rear-ended her pretty hard, totaled my van, and then I got this loaner, my uncle, my stepdad and his brother, they're garage mechanics, been doing it forever. Getting salvage cars and making them new, kind of car doctors. And I was gonna get the car loan and go get a used car, but these days, this is 2023, man, you can't get half of what you used to get for the same amount of money. And I just paid that car off, and I don't feel like taking out another loan. I'm not big on debt. So I'm working with my uncle, and he's giving me their little work truck. We're just taking our time. It works. Can't go over 60. Watch out for the potholes, because it'll skip in the back. If you go over 60, it'll start shaking like an earthquake. But it gets the job done. See? that was a manhole cover. Bam. So yeah, driving has gotten so much different. See, I'm 44 now. I just had my birthday, and I was a free-range 80s kid, and I remember if it was the middle of the day or like on a Sunday, no cars on the road. Now it don't matter what time of day it is. Not only are there cars on the road, but everybody's so absorbed, so self-absorbed and distracted. They'll risk everyone's life just for that off-ramp. They just don't even know how to drive, period. But of course, I'm one to talk. I'm the one rear-ending people, right? In my defense, the reason they were sliding down to a stop on a freeway was because of everybody cutting off and not being courteous and just letting people in. I don't know how many times I'd be driving a big old van or something and be like, can you like either accelerate or take your foot off the pedal? Just something, anything. Just kind of cooperate. Can we get a little cooperation in traffic here? It's not that hard. So I'm not perfect, but it is getting ridiculous. Alright, we're here at the good old hardware store. Usually I kind of go to the big box store, but this one's down the road. All I need is screws. We can finish that project up. Just wanted to show you something. Well, look at that. For just a little snowblower. 2023. So yeah, ironically, right after I showed you how much that little snowblower was for like $8.50. Now granted, that's a convenience hardware store. That was an Ace. They're a little more expensive there, and it was convenient. It's close to home, and I didn't have to go walk through the whole store with my broken ass back just to get a box of screws. But then I'm checking out, and I'm looking at the screen, to put my card in, And he's like, just, hit yes. And I'm like, oh, I was just checking to see if it was asking me to donate or something. And he's like, this is an old guy too. And he's like, or like tip me or something. I'm like, yeah, I'm like, nowadays you gotta go bag your own groceries and then tip the person standing there next to the machine or something. And he goes, oh yeah, have you been to this one restaurant lately? And he's talking about this 20% surcharge they put on your bill in order to pay their employees more, and that's before the tip. It's getting crazy out there. That's why I'm gonna be going through a lot of handyman stuff, because y'all motherfuckers gonna need to know it. I'm telling you right now. And yes, if you haven't caught the gist, I am a little bit of a conspiracy nut, but I think it's safe to say now that they're not theories. They're pretty in your face at this point. And if you didn't know, you're gonna, after listening to me for a while, probably gonna turn me off. But anyways, back to the project. We're almost there. And bam, not too shabby. Time to load her up. It's gonna fit a lot of totes. A little cutter on that box, I can get that out. Cut them more if we need to. Load her up with all this junk. I think we're gonna start with these crosses. I'm one of them guys. It's like a little shelf cross. These things are nice, so you throw your keys on them and everything. Or a wallet, phone, pretty big. Let's do it. Alright, we're back. I am on my way to get some camera stuff, because those shelves would have been great for showing some tips and tricks. I needed two hands, man. I don't know if I need a body cam thing or a little stand or what. Maybe a little microphone to clip on for if I'm outside and it's windy out. This definitely isn't going to be I'm sitting at a desk yakking your ear off type of thing. I'm always on the move. I don't got time for that shit. I did try doing that a little bit. Here, I'll hit this first. Bad habit, I know, but these things are lifesavers, especially when you got kids. I quit a lot of things in my day. It's a raging alcoholic, like the kind of alcoholic you make movies about, not just a functional alcoholic that pisses in his jeans in the closet Saturday night or something. Did some other stuff too. I'll probably talk about that more. But anyways, yeah, I used to kind of sit in front of the computer a little bit. I wrote a couple of books on recovery. Hold on, making sure I don't hit nobody. And then I would do some recordings, just send them out there on YouTube, BitChute or whatever. I'd script them though, because it's just too much information to connect to just wing it off the top of your head, you know what I mean? It's definitely a new spin, but the medical model just simply isn't working. It's all about getting back to natural. I'm kind of a naturopath, but I still get my treats, obviously. Too many treats. You guys are gonna have to listen to me gripe when I cut down on that. Still haven't gotten to fix my back yet today. Hopefully I'll have time to do that later, but oh shit, here we go. Down to a complete stop. Not even rush hour yet. Not a complete stop. So we're gonna get some stuff here. Going to get gas first. Gotta go to Costco. can't just go to the normal gas station next to my house. It's 30 cents more than at Costco. Plus, Costco's next to the store I want to go to. I'm going to go to Best Buy. Better chance they're going to have what I need to do this. And then I think we're quick going to go back, fix my back, show you how to do that and what that's all about. Lower back issues. I worked in the health field for a long time too, and nothing was more annoying to me than PTs telling people to do the exact opposite of what they were supposed to be doing all the time. I was the guy that everybody went to when they spent all their options, seeing doctors, medications, shots, PT, none of it working. They'd walk into my office and I would tell them what's going on and how to fix it in the first 5 minutes before they even told me what's wrong. It's all pretty simple stuff. I don't know if it's a gift or a curse being able to see that, but we will get into that later. So yeah, just ran into another great traffic example. Went to my good old Best Buy there. And that was a story in itself, but before that, trying to back up and pull out, and there's like 3 people trying to do the same thing at the same time, so I wait. And I crank my neck around, looking at all my mirrors, trying to make sure no one else is trying to come out. I got it in reverse lights are on, start backing up slowly. And this guy back, kind of the blind spot till they start moving back, he's pulling straight out. He's not even backing up. He's pulling straight out right towards the rear end of my car. So I guess it's my responsibility to see this asshole stop and pull forward, even though he started going after I was backing up. And what is with that? I've seen that a lot lately. People walking right behind cars that are backing up. That just happened to me the other day. I'm trying to back up. I back up super slow now. If this was back in the day, people would be getting run over because people will just walk past the back of your car as you're backing up from the blind side of another car. Just walk. They're like deer. Just walk right into your freaking moving car. Anyways, speaking of cars, car update. Did talk to my uncle. He had me sit in on the online auction. He went and previewed all the cars or whatever, and got another minivan. I absolutely love minivans. Love them. Stow and go. And this one's just like my other one with all the bells and whistles. It's got the TV for the kids when you don't really want to hear it. And yeah, the seats pop down, everything slides. And you just gotta fix it up. Gonna get that puppy for $4,000. It'll probably be way better than the used ones I was looking at for $18,000. That's just what he does. He's good at it. And I might just go back to working with him. I bought a couple of cars from the dealership back when they were great deals. My last van was a fantastic deal. My wife's car, fantastic deal. But now, I don't think they exist anymore. Speaking of deals, so yeah, Best Buy had exactly what I wanted. It was just on the wrong rack. It looked like it was $60. I'm like, yeah, I can swing that. Even though, you know, pocket's a little light right now. And trying to get a car. And I just got like hit with an extra $750 from the kids' daycare tuition. Just randomly, like, because they're switching school years. And one part of the school does it the month of, and then the other part of the school does it the month before. So I got a triple bill pretty much. Yay. But it's a great school. Worth every freaking penny. Anyways, so yeah, got another minivan. I cannot say enough about minivans, man. I mean, you gotta work on them. Yeah, the suspension goes out, especially when you drive a lot. But you got a family and you do the stuff that I do, you just drop that back row down. And if you put anything in there, and even if you need to, I put couches in there. I put vanities, all sorts of counters. You can just fit just about anything in there, and it's enclosed. Wood if I need wood on my tools, everything is so practical. I don't know how people get by with a coupe trying to jam stuff in a trunk. But anyways, we're going to the cheaper store now. I know I'm all over the place, but it's my first video, man. Give me a break. So we're gonna go to the cheaper place and see if they got something there. I'm not a big fan of the wall farts, but they do got freaking everything. And I am a budget kind of guy. I mean, I'm not a rich guy, but I ain't never broke. I was rich at one point. It's not all it's cracked up to be. Not as glamorous as everybody thinks. You can make it look that way, though. That's a whole nother story. The good news is I got the same little tripod selfie stick thing for doing these vlogs for like 20 bucks at this other store. Same thing, same functionality as the $90 one from the good old Best Buy. Now granted, it's probably a little bit lower quality plastic, but on the other hand, I probably would have broke both, or my kids would have. Anyways, on the bad side, I got another gripe. Another traffic thing, but this is with kids riding bikes. Leaving the store, I'm on the back roads, and I'm like the only car on the road. I go to a stop sign, I stop. I start going forward. These little punks come whipping up on the left and just jet across right in front of my car as I'm moving forward. And I'm just like, come on. Now, I guess my point is, it's just getting worse. Like, as society. People are just, I don't even know how to put words to it. But like these kids, they were going to a park that was kitty corner. They could have easily just went straight as I was going straight. And as I passed, they could have just taken the right. But instead they wanted to cut in front of a moving car that they could see was moving and cut diagonally across. I don't know if they did it on purpose or they're just retarded or what. But what the hell? And you're probably going to keep on, if you're hanging with me, you're going to hear me gripe about these things, but it's just a sign of the times. I did read a study that, like, yeah, traffic and how people behave in traffic is a definite indicator of certain aspects of social behavior, mass psychology, and all that jazz. But I don't know if any of you see it. I drive around a lot, so maybe it's just because I'm on the road a lot, but I'm just seeing ill regard for anything. People driving, people walking, people biking. They're just like, whatever, hit me. I'll just sue the city or you or whatever. And even that's a joke. Courts don't care whose fault it was. They just want you in there. It's commerce. Court is commerce. They get paid a lot of money every time you run through there. They'll listen to any case now. It doesn't matter the merit. Any case. Anyways, we are at the house that burnt down. This was last May. And it was a trip. I like to check up on their progress. new siding or whatever. This side didn't get it too bad. Excuse me, just ate. But I got new siding, the new roof. There were trees here. They got a little torch, so we had them cut down. This corner was gone. This whole third of the house. There was this huge deck that wrapped all the way around above this patio. But yeah, this whole corner gone. Basically what had happened was I had a huge wood pile right here. The deck was up here. I started the grill on a windy day. Still no different than I've done 100 times before, but something happened. And it started right down here, and the wind just fed it. I fought that thing with 2 fire extinguishers. The wind, I guess, basically blew them back in my face. Let's go take a look inside. Yeah, don't barbecue on a windy day. The sad thing is the day before I just cleaned up the leaves, but I was too lazy to get behind that wood pile. So there was a nice little pile of dried leaves right behind a wood pile, and this didn't have vinyl siding either. This had wood siding. Might need to clip that one out. If you saw the numbers, but I guess it doesn't matter. You don't know the street. Oh no, they changed the code. There's a little trick contractors use. You can remember it. Alright, I remember it. I'm seeing if they dropped off the trim. Alright, paint is done. Oh yeah, we got doors. Got lots of doors. Trim. Vanity. I'm not putting any of this in. This is for them. Pre-stained banisters in there. That was some junk they left. The other dumpster kept getting stuff dumped into it. This is the huge pile. Oh, thanks for putting it right on furniture, guys. Yeah. But whatever. This was the furniture I took out. See, Ugandans have this thing. They'll live alone in a 4-bedroom house, but they want every single bedroom filled with furniture. The whole 9 yards. Kind of a weird thing. You think you might want to turn one into an office or something like that. Sorry, you're gonna get some echo in here. But yeah, took out, there was a big wall that's divided the kitchen from the living room, but we got rid of that, got rid of a skylight up there. It was a nice house. It was getting a little cramped with all of us in there. And there's definitely a story of why we were living with my wife's mother, because it definitely was not my optimal choice. But yeah, when we did, Jaja had this whole upstairs. It was a massive kitchen and we shared that. But Jaja eats all different food and uses all different cups and plates and pots and pans and utensils. And had a tendency to like to overstuff, no matter how many you had, all the fridges and freezers. So if you went shopping and got all your fruits and veggies, she would go shopping. She'd wait till you go shopping, then she would go shopping. And then jam all your shit to the back so you can't get to it. Laundry room, we had this kind of slash kitchen before. Family room, there was a fireplace right there. Now it's kind of a cool little enclave. Not really a backyard. House we're in now is way better for the fam. This is a little, kind of a closet once you get a door in here, but there was a little crawl space down here. And I had that little sucker boarded up where you could, like a trick door, and that vent wasn't there. But it was a cool little, kind of a safety room. You could lock from the inside, a couple of bottles of water and whatnot. Just a little prep. I mean, nothing was going on in that room anyways. And it just gave me peace of mind if shit did hit the fan. God, this door is super skinny. What the hell? I don't remember being that. It might have been like that. They added a tub. You see, we were supposed to come right back here. It was only going to take 6 months, but Jaja had a scheme in mind for the insurance company, so it got prolonged an extra year. But I guess you could say we kind of got a new house out of the deal. Not really new. The house should have been torn down, but work in progress, right? So the moral of the story is, do not barbecue on a really windy day. Ever. And do not get wood siding. I don't care if it's treated or not, the stuff gets old and goes up quick. I can almost guarantee that if the siding didn't go up, I could have probably got the thing out, and the worst extent of damage would have been a bunch of melted panels. But who knows? About to pick up the kids soon. Yeah, and the other part of that story is it didn't help that it took the fire department 20 minutes to get there. Now, this was a little small city, and the fire department's less than a mile away. They got brand new everything. Brand new building, brand new cars, brand new engines. Never home. And I literally mean never home. They're just on call. So for one, there was that fire. Just so happened to land on my son's birthday. And now he wants to be a firefighter. But they had to call someone from a different city to come over to put it out. And ironically again, I think he's the marshal, literally lived down the block. He was there watching the fire burn with us. But he couldn't do nothing because someone's got to get to the station. I don't know why he didn't go. And get the rigs going. And this is how much they're not there. It wasn't that long before that fire even happened. Jaja was driving to the gas station, and her car battery light went on. The gas station's right across the street from, well, hit a manhole, from the fire station. When she pulled into the parking lot of the gas station, the engine lit up, started flaming, and she just stuck there at the entrance of the parking lot there. So she goes inside. This is one of them gas stations where the prerequisite to work there is you got to be like a pothead, just a total stoner. She asked one of them, "Do you guys got like a fire extinguisher or anything?" And they did the cliche like, huh? Like they were gonna be no help. So that thing lit up and burned and burned and burned until it just put itself out. Fire station, literally across the street. Same exact fire station. It's just like, what the? I'm sure they levied the whole city's property tax on that fire station too. They're levying. I remember back in the day, they used to do the tax levies on the property taxes like once every 7 years maybe. And the excuse always is, the schools. They always say, oh, we got to fix up the schools, da-da-da. They did it in a nearby city one time, and I saw one of the flyers, so I looked up, I found the website, and then I looked up the information. I looked up where the money goes. So just to let you guys know, who just passively let your local governments do whatever they want in the name of the kids, on this certain levy, because now they're doing levies every year almost in every city, or at least every other, upping your property taxes along with all the other taxes. But 17%, 17.8% was going to go to the school. But the whole sale was on the school. They didn't say anything about anything else they're going to spend it on. Leading everybody to believe all that money was going to go towards the kids in the schools. 17.8%. Speaking of which, yeah, we're about to pull up to my kids' school. I don't think that I can hop out of the car and just like videotape. They're probably all playing and stuff. Well, nobody wanted videotaping all their kids. I know my wife would kill me if she knew I was going to put the family up online, but I think I'm going to anyways. Because why not? Why not put it all out there? Everybody's got all your information anyways, or can get it. I got smart everything in my house. I got TVs everywhere. I got cameras and stuff that I'm sure some company can get into. We all got phones in our pocket. Phone would not even be on, and everybody knows it now. It's all open source. You got so many apps on your phone. You say, I want to get a snowblower. The next time you go on Amazon or Pinterest or whatever, even a Google search probably, there it is, an ad for a snowblower that same day. So why not? Who cares? Ain't nobody doing nothing wrong. Say cheese. Cheese. Cheese.
Daddy.
Who's got gummies? Who's got gummies? Did you share?
Yep.
Did he ask nice?
Yep.
Did you say please? All right, bud.